tomato, 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 mater, tomatoes. Hey y'all, it's your girl Haley. Welcome to this episode of Friday Food Feelings. If you've never been here for Friday Food Feelings, it's a day where I pick a food and I talk about it. But it's fun, I promise, sorta. I think it's fun, but that's your judgment call. That's your judgment call, I don't know. Today we're talking about tomatoes. These are some beefsteak tomatoes. Beefsteak. Why are they called beefsteak? I love it, honestly. Love that they're called beefsteak. I think it's hilarious. There's lots of varieties of tomatoes in the world. My favorite are heirloom tomatoes because they're really beautiful in color and they make me feel excited on the inside, and they also are just more delicious than regular tomatoes. 10 out of 10 would eat every time. When I was a kid, I started to help my grandfather in his garden, and he grew lots of tomatoes, and that was when I fell in love with tomatoes that you grow at home, which are so much better than tomatoes you get in the store. Tomatoes you get in the store are like, very hit or miss. So I'm spoiled, and that's all that I'm spoiled. I think tomatoes more than any other fruit, tomatoes are a fruit. I think technically it's a fruit, but we're gonna call it a vegetable because that's, you know, that's how we do things in America. We just call it what we want. So I think tomatoes more than any other vegetable fruit are a thing that tastes better when you love it. You know, like when lots of care goes into growing it. I don't even grow them at home, so I'm really just being a large hypocrite, and that's all. Let me tell you about the best way to eat a tomato. Eat a tomato is to just straight up slice it, and then you gotta throw some Tony's on it. Not salt and pepper, Tony's. This is not sponsored, not even a little bit. I should be sponsored because I love it so much. But Tony's is a Creole seasoning, and it is better than anything in the world. I was once told by a friend that she was glad that she met me only because I introduced her to Tony's. And I think it was sarcastic, but possibly not. Possibly Tony's is the reason for being my friend. So we're all friends, so I'm gonna let you in on my secret. Use it, buy it, love it, live it, dream it. Your life will be changed. Put it on your maters. Here are things I don't like about tomatoes. Tomatoes, very juicy. Very juicy. Juicy. That juice usually ends up on your clothes, or your chin, or the whole table, or everywhere. That's just what happens. It also actually just gives me a lot of anxiety when I'm eating. I found that when I'm eating things that tend to spill while I'm eating them, I get really anxious and I try to eat it really fast as to keep it from spilling. That doesn't work, but that's how my brain happens. So that happens with tomatoes, especially tomatoes in sandwiches, like slices, and they're really juicy, and it's just, the sandwich is already falling apart, but then the tomato is also juicy, and so it makes it slide everywhere. Slip and slide of tomatoes. I'm not down for that. I also think that I like small tomatoes more than I like beefsteak. Like, I would probably choose grape tomatoes over any others. I like smaller versions of tomatoes better than large ones, and I don't know why. I think that's all I have to say about tomatoes. It's surprising how many feelings you have about a food when you really start to think about it, you know? So you could like the video if you liked it, subscribe because subscribe. You should just do that because it would make me really happy. Okay, bye. This week I'm talking about papaya. Look at it.
Check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Guts are falling out of me. What is the inside of this?